Hi, my name is Pascal Franke and welcome to my first YouTube video. I'll be making a small series about my upcoming triathlon season. I'll be targeting quite some races this year, which I will share with you in a later video. As you can see from the title, it's called How to Win an Ironman. Talking about an all age group field Ironman, which will be exciting for you to see or to follow along. Today's session is a long run with low intensity. It was planned for about 1.5 hours, but I will be cutting it a bit shorter because tonight I'll do a VO2 max test on the trainer. And we need a little bit of fresh legs for that as well. Yeah, let's go. I'm just back from my short run. Did 11 kilometers in 47 minutes. A little bit quicker than I planned for, but since this was a shorter run, it's okay. Legs feel good for tonight at the VO2 max test, and we'll see you there.
Juist, kijk. Zie je? Die zit er sowieso nog in. Dus dan kan je ook nog een klein stukje langer. Hou vol, blijf trappen. Die benen moeten rond blijven gaan, want je bent helemaal warm ervoor. Kom aan. Lekker bezig, klap, klap, klap. En blijven gaan, blijven gaan, blijven gaan, blijven ademhalen. Kom aan. Hou die focussen. Hou die beentjes ronddraaien. Laatste ronddraaien, laatste ronddraaien. Kom aan, kom aan, kom aan, kom aan, kom aan, kom aan. Ja, lekker bezig. Kom, Pascal. Nog heel even door. Je moet nog een klein stukje. Klein stukje, klein stukje. Kom aan. Hou vol, Pascal. Je bent echt maximaal bezig nu. Kom op, kom op, kom op, kom op, kom op. Ja. Oké, en we gaan naar herstel. Lekker bezig. Pauze.
Hi, I just received my performance assessment of the VO2 max test that I did. And I quickly want to talk to you about the results of that test and what kind of data a test like this would show and why it can be interesting for you to do a test like this every once in a while. Last time I did one was a little bit over 3 years ago. So I can also see that there's a little bit of progression in terms of fitness. So when we look at the data, I measured a VO2 max of 69 milliliters per minute per kg of body weight, because VO2 max is a unit of measure from your own body weight as well. I measured myself just before the test at 79.3 kg. So this number would mean that I am able to take 69 milliliters of oxygen per minute during exercise. Because we used a ramp test protocol, which is basically what you can also do if you do an FTP test. I got a maximum wattage of 483 watts. If you want to calculate your FTP from that, you have to multiply that by 0.75, so 75% of your maximum watt, which would come down to 362.25 watts, and divide that between your weight. You get around 4.5 watts per kilogram. These tests also show your lactate threshold, so you get your heart rate zones and power zones, which is really useful if you train, for example, with a power meter or in your smart trainer. I usually do it by feel, but it's good to know if these zones are still correct, and if there's any progression compared to the last test. So let's quickly pop up the last test that I did. This was when I just started out with Ironman training. Back then the VO2 max was 55 milliliters per minute per kg, with a maximum watt of 425 watts. So there's quite a bit of improvement. So in the future I will incorporate this data into, for example, my training peaks or my training plan, just so that I know that I'm training in the correct zone. First, a little bit information about myself. I am 32 years old and have been doing triathlon for about 10 years. But I started to really focus on it in the past 4 years. Since I don't only do triathlon events, but also some road racing, beach racing, mountain biking and running events, I think these videos can relate to a lot of different people. My first races were all shorter distances. The first one that I did was in 2013 in Veenendaal in the Netherlands. I did that mostly with borrowed stuff. So I borrowed the road bike from my dad, the tri-suit and goggles from my uncle. I didn't really care about the times back then, but I do remember that I enjoyed it very much. My first full distance Ironman was in Thun, Switzerland in 2021. The race went alright until halfway through the marathon when I cramped up. I did manage to keep that one under 10 hours, but I think that was probably due to the swim being a little bit shorter than the official 3.8 K. Anyway, I was quite disappointed with that run that I decided that night to participate in a marathon 3 weeks later in my hometown. That one I did finish in 2 hours and 48 minutes, which I was really happy with. Last year was not my best year in triathlon due to an injury that came after Challenge Almere. I didn't take enough rest, and that sort of plagued me through the entire winter season when you really want to focus on setting your base, which means I couldn't properly run during from October until March. Then I did Challenge Roth, which went alright, but after that I got another small injury. The season did start out pretty good with a 9th place in the unofficial middle distance championship in Nieuwkoop. But I think I could have been a lot quicker on the run, especially if I could have trained better during the winter. And up until last year, I was also playing football next to doing my triathlon training. And for this year, I decided to quit with that and to fully focus on triathlon and give it a really good shot, with hopefully the aim of winning an Ironman this year. I hope you will be following me along this journey and enjoy the content.